Alright, hello and welcome back to another Mildly Gunpla review. My name is Morty and today we are looking at the Hazel Custom from Advance of Zeta. So this one I don't actually know a huge amount about. I've only watched 5 or 6 episodes of Zeta and Camille was just the worst, so I've kind of put it to the wayside for now. But this kit looks super cool. He's big, he's chunky, he's almost entirely white except for like some grey and yellow parts, and I just think his design overall is quite cool. I don't like the Titans' philosophy. I think they're horrendous, but this mobile suit at least looks awesome. So we'll jump into a couple of little things with this and just take a quick peek at the kit. Obviously the side of the box here, you can see the finished product. You can see a couple of the little gimmicks that are in this kit here, with like things on the side of the head and backpack and the armor, not the armor, the weapon, and his articulation looks to be pretty good. He can reach the beam saber handle over his shoulder, which is kind of cool. Not a huge number of kits can do that, especially in the high grade range. Let's pop this open. So as we're looking at this, it's pretty straightforward. It's fairly standard high grade stuff. This isn't an incredibly new kit. When was this molded? 2005. So it's actually quite an old kit, this one. You've got you've got an entire thing here with your foil stickers. I have a feeling those are probably water slide decals. I hope they're not. So 1, 2, 3, 4 normal runners of plastic and your polycap sheet as well. So you're looking at a pretty standard high grade kit. This will probably take me a couple of hours at most to snap this all together, unless I run into further problems, because the Zeta kits sometimes give me a pain, give me a bloody headache. So here's its little leaflet. It's your standard brochure type, 4 pages of instructions on how to build it, and you're done. So this is going to be a pretty quick little build from the looks of it. I'm looking forward to it. This one's been kind of sitting there taunting me for a little while now and asking me why I haven't done anything with it yet. So this will be quite fun to get out of the way at last, and then I can get into some of the more fun stuff which I've got planned in the future. I do apologise for the shaky cam footage, so you can see my bit of my setup here. So I have, as you can see, the Gundam Mega Grade RX-78 and the Gundam Mega Grade Zaku 2. New camera, it's heavy. So I also have on top of these 2 boxes, I've got the high grade RX-78-2 Beyond Global version. So I'm looking forward to building those. Do apologise for the lack of light. There is basically none up there for this lens or camera. That's fine. Here we go. So back to this mobile suit. Like I said, it's going to be a fairly quick and easy build, which is fine. I may even jump into one of these mega size kits tonight, but that is for another week. So this week, Hazel will get into this. I'll see you on the other side for my thoughts on the kit as a whole. Alright, there you have it, the Hazel Custom Titan's prototype mobile suit from Gundam Zeta. So this is a really cool and quite interesting kit. As you can tell, he's quite the chunky lad. He's got big old knees. He's just very heavily armored and real heavy duty kind of stuff. This guy does not skip any day at the gym. That's very much a given. Like just look at him. He's a big chunky lad. But I really like him. Overall, his design is very interesting. It's very different. It's obviously still got the normal Gundam aesthetics, and like it's definitely from the UC. You can tell that quite strongly. It very much has the RX-78 kind of style to the chest and to the face and to the head, all that stuff. But they've taken it in a real heavily armoured direction, which is really cool and quite interesting and just fun to look at overall. So I really like the aesthetic of this, and anyone who's watched any of my videos before knows that aesthetic is fairly important to me, more so than probably articulation and things like that. Probably the biggest letdown with this, which isn't overly surprising considering it is from 2005, is that the kit has polycaps. Now, I find polycaps to be really annoying and quite silly and a very outdated technology, but this kit is 15 years old, so kind of got to give it a bit of leeway in that particular regard. However, it does have some really cool features and functions, especially around the shield. So the shield has your standard like kind of multi-side adapter for the arm. Let me just pull this out. So it like plugs into the arm with your standard 3mm socket. You've got this part on the outer arm and this part on the back of the arm. Let's see if we can get this to focus in for me. Pretty please on the arm, not the box. Kind of make it out there. There we go. Yeah, so you can kind of make out those adapters there. And on the back of the shield, you have this little part right here. If we can get that to line up, that'd be great. It'll get there eventually. So I'll bring it back. So you can make it out there. And instead of it like being an insert part, it is a slide in. And it slots in there like that. And it's surprisingly firm, like it's not going anywhere. Like the build is overall quite good. The only joint that's kind of weird is the waist joint. As per normal, the waist is flimsy, so you can actually get leg movement. But otherwise, he's a really solid build. Like nothing's coming off. He's staying strong no matter what you do. He's quite a solid kit. And then on the other hand, you've got the second shield up the top here. So I'm not quite sure why they've given you two shields with this kit, but you've got the second shield. You can wiggle it out. It's got a little 3mm peg in there to be able to see that. Come on. I always feel like I shouldn't have the box in the background. There we go. So you've got this little 3mm peg in there, and that just slots into the back of this backpack. And this backpack is on a sliding gimmick thing, and that just kind of sits there like that normally. So it's a really cool little gimmick that they have in this kit, which is quite surprising for a high grade. Normally high grades don't have a huge amount of gimmicks, and I wasn't expecting much from a 15-year-old kit. So having this special little extra thing is really cool. It's not incredibly color accurate, as you can tell from the box in the background. So obviously there's a whole heap of detail missing, like the color in here, the gold on the crotch, extra color on the fingertips, doesn't even have stickers for the sight of the weapon either, which was quite surprising for me. But got to make do with what you've got, and for, I think it was about $20 for this kit, I'm not overly surprised that it doesn't have that colour definition. What was surprising is there's no colour correction stickers. It does come with a sticker sheet for the sticker decals that you can see on his shoulders and on his shield there, but the only colour correcting stickers it comes with are the ones for the top of the head here. There's foil stickers at the top of the head. Come on. There's foil stickers at the top of the head here, and some ones that are at the on the ankles down here, these little green parts, and there's one on the back here, this little backpack one there. So those are the only like color correcting stickers really, and they're hardly color correcting stickers when they're like for foil cameras or something like that. So it's a bit strange, a bit different, and I don't mind it. So yeah, overall, for this high grade kit, I will give it a high tier rating. It's not doing anything special, so it doesn't get the master tier, but it is cool, and it's a really solid build, and the end result is something I really enjoy. So yeah, easily worthy of the high tier ranking, and I look forward to finding more of these Advance of Zeta kits in the future. I believe there's a couple more types of the Hazel. There's one that's like all dark blue and stuff, which will be quite cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I look forward to building more like it in the future. If you like this style of reviewing or stream of consciousness kind of thoughts and opinions on a kit, please let me know in the comments down below. And like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. My name is Morty. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you next week for probably the Mega Zaku 2 Char Aznable custom, I think. I think that's going to be my next kit. Alright, I'll see you next time.